Okay guys, I'm back. So yeah, got the standard UK plug, the 3-pin plug, because that's what we use in England. If you're in another country you might be using 2-pin or different plugs. Funny thing is, you get, in the packaging, you get these other little pluggy type things. I don't know what they send you. It's like in this little plastic bag. I don't know what it is. Maybe just in case, if you're in another country, but couldn't find any plug holes in there to plug the USB bit into the plug. You know, the back bit, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, left-handed charger. Okay, let's brought it back to life. Is that a version of a version of its yawn when it's been asleep? It's like as if it's having a mini stretch, or it's doing its normal humming for a vocal. I don't know. So because it's done that, guys, we have to start it up again, because for some reason the Braille display has vanished. I'm just going to try something, because for some reason, as you can see here, the whole set, the whole display's gone blank. So I'm just going to try something. If I can. Okay, so I'm just going to... No, it won't work. So what we have
Viewfinder, image. 1 minute. View take, stop.
What we have to do, guys, then is, the piss-taking thing is now we have to power it on again. So when you hear that, you saw me let go of the button. After that, you heard it vibrate again. So that means now it's turning on as normal. So when it does that double vibration, when you need to power it on again, just not to let go, and when it just does a normal bzz, you know it's powering on. You can see that here. So let's wait for that to unlock. That's nice. That it's quite fast, that is, and I like that when it tells you how long it's going to take for the thing to get full. You know, we used to have that on the Apexes. I'm not sure if you had that on the Touch. I know you don't have it on the Empower, because if the Apex never had it, I'd be very shocked if they did the Empower. So, yep, I'm just going to do my thing, guys. So I'm just going to put my pin into this. Oh, I hate it when it does that. You know, it brings it with blank edit box and the dots go funny. Oh, come on. It just takes a piss to get the password out sometimes. Just, you know, when it gets to the edit box and those dying lines come up, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. Oh, need to go back up to the top, do your fiddly faffy bit. Anyway, we've got this up and running. So what we're going to do first, guys, in order for me to do a spell check, well, I'm going to create a document, actually. I mean, if you want to, you can go straight into your... If you saved your document, you can go back into that saved document and do your checks. However, just remember, when you save it this time, or if you press space with E, it will say, alert, are you sure you want to... recovery file did not close last session properly. Do you want to open the file to save it or discard? You press discard, it's completely gone. Okay? Because then it thinks that you've done a new piece of work, whereas actually you haven't. You've just gone and made the corrections. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. But I think it would just be easier enough if it could actually recognise the connections. Saving you that hassle and having to waste that extra time having to resave it. So when it says, once you've called it the same name, and when you get to the file type drop down menu, save button. When it's confirming the save, it'll say, alert key files. Are you sure you want to overwrite this file? Cancel. OK. You press OK because then what that's going to do, it will just overwrite the old file that wasn't corrected. One that had the mistakes in, and it will replace it, and the correct the one with the file that you and the one that you done your correct and the same file but with the corrections will replace that file that you saved earlier on, which has the mistakes in. So easier terms, say you saved your file for whatever reason quickly because you didn't have time at the end of the lesson, but you know you've had mistakes. You've come back in, you've opened that file, you've done your corrections, and all it means is just overwriting that previous save that you've done earlier on with the save that you've done now that contains your corrections in. I know it's a faff. It's just a bit. It doesn't really bother me, but I think generally I just think that maybe if it can just notice the corrections, maybe just give the option if you want to confirm the corrections. That's fine. I think just having to resave the file, so just I don't know. It's just a whole lot of hassle, but it's not too much to worry about. Anyways, it's nothing too bothering. So, what we need to do now is that we need to create a Word document. Okay. So by doing that, I can either scroll, like I said, with my right thumb key, or press the space bar. Okay, or simple as, we're not going to waste time, let's just press W. Oh, for goodness sake. Did I not get to say? Oh yeah, shoot, I've got to say this. Bear with me guys, I've just got to save a file. Because if that goes, I'm gone. Don't give my teacher a heart attack. He wouldn't be very happy. I've probably done so well. Oh yeah, seriously, that isn't even though you know it's saved and nothing's been corrected. Oh, I suppose it's extra security purpose, and it just to give you that extra security. Like I said, yeah, it's nothing too much to worry about. So yeah, okay, because I rushed there, guys, let me press the square button, which is the recents button. Let's clear all of that, and it's brought me back to the main menu. You can press exit if you want to, but it'll just bring you to, when you go back into that keyword application, it'll bring you straight back to where you were before. So that's what's best to clear. So you know you've got a fresh keyword ready and waiting for you to do your new fresh thing, whether it's creating or opening a fresh document. So let's just press W for that. Okay, I'm going to turn the clicks on so you guys can hear me pressing as well if you want. I do like the clicks. Prepare for this. I've got my hands on the speaker. Oh, it's not done it. Okay, normally it does. Now you can turn these navigation sounds off if you want, which is what I might do. Don't need that. Okay, we're gonna, so just press W, enter. Okay, now you might have saw me press the letter D. That's because again it was coming up with that pay and arse discard thing. Normally it doesn't, so just discard it so I know to say. So anyway, press W after the main menu. We pressed enter. Okay, it brought me straight to keyword menu and straight to the option to create. Now I like that because it sounds like a bit as if it is in a bit of alphabetical order, because create for C, then O for open, and that's quite nice. I don't mind that. That's okay. That's quite fast. I like that. So we're going to press. So remember, guys, how do we select an item? We press enter. Okay. So now, as you guys can see, the edit box. Okay, for those of you, you know, it's like I like to explain it. A really not a windy, a wind, a really wide and. So if you know the letter sign for and in grade 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and a Y, you know, which is the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine those really wide with sort of a C in the middle. I can't tell whether it's a middle C, a lower C, or a normal C because my fingers are not really that sensitive. That's one thing I hate about Braille. Some contractions feeling very similar in Braille. Some of the grade 2 contractions. So that's the thing, you see. So we opened a new document. Sorry, we created it, but with the edit box that you guys can see. I'm sure if you're a Braille teacher viewing this or whatever, you might know what I'm on about. So as you guys can see, there's the edit box, and all of this is empty, ready, and it is ready to be filled with the beautiful Braille. So, what we're going to write is, I'm actually going to misspell some of the words just to show you guys how to correct them. I'm not going to lift up the screen because I won't know whether you guys will be able to see what is going on. I think I might need a sighted person around me just to, because I'm not sure how to actually navigate. I can give it a try, but if I fail, yeah, forgive me guys. Because even if I turn the speech on, I won't really say much with the thumb keys on, unless I'm scrolling through applications. So, I'm thinking what can write. So I have used the, so I'm going to spell B-R-A-Y for Braille, women else B-R-L or B-R-A-I-L-E, I think. I have used the Braille note touch. So, touch, I know it's T-O-U-C-H, touch, but I'm using T-U-C-H, plus for over a year now, and have really enjoyed using it. Let's do one more, we're going to do another new line. So depending on how many mistakes you've got, so spell check, remember guys, only checks your mistakes. It will not check the whole document, it will only check your mistakes. However, if it doesn't recognise your name, okay, if your name's not within that dictionary, it will bring up that for you, but you know it's spelled correctly, so your name you can just really ignore. But if it does recognise your name, it won't bring that up, so yeah. Okay, so I have really enjoyed using it. It has brought me a lot of great features, which it has brought a lot of great features which have most definitely no, I can't let me rephrase it. Features. It has brought a lot. Hang on, it has brought a lot. Very. Okay, so we can just. Again, guys, I'm going to show you this now. Okay,
Stop.
Now, this is where we come to the cursor control. Now, because I've put brought a lot. Very. Sorry. I need to get an oven to there. So simple as, with my cursor, I'll need 2 hands to do this. Never, ever, hang on. before I say. See, what I've done, I've used exactly the same cursor key that was just under the T, and it's taken the T off of the O and created a little gap. So we need to press backspace there. Okay, we've got the yellow. Okay, now I don't think I really needed to put the backspace. I need to press the one which is just after the T. So when I press backspace now, okay, you can either delete the T or simple as, if I want to make life easier for me, put it onto the T. Okay, it has brought the T back onto the O. Okay, as you guys can see there, press space, cursor shoots that forward, and we have got a lot back. But what we need to do, oh, barely. We definitely need to fit in the of. So now, as you guys can see, there's definitely a little space. I'm just going to press the of sign. No, I don't like you. Of. Okay. As you guys can see, the cursor is still attached. So when I press the space, the cursor has moved, and you guys can see there, brought a lot off. It's very important that I go through this. Yes, it hasn't got nothing to do with spell check, but just to remind you all, just in case if any of you make mistakes. So, and you can take yourself time by doing this. So, using it has brought a lot of features which have, not of, which have helped to transform lives. Transform the VI world. I like that. The VI. I should capitalise that. Okay. Great features. Which. Hang on, guys. I think we're losing a bit of control here. Oh, so what I've done then, oh God, sorry, I made a bit of a mess. I'm normally a good typer, I don't know what's going on with me today. So then I'm just going to have to clean some of that out, it's okay. Wash a lot of features which have helped to transform the VI world, whether to work for education. So whatever spelling mistakes I've made, I've done that. However, if it doesn't have anything in the dictionary, and you know, you can't really find it from there, and you can just use your smart AIs or whatever you guys are equipped with just to give you the answer. Just don't do it in front of the English teachers or anyone. Don't tell them about. Now, okay, I'm going to go from the top and read to you guys what I've put. For those of you who are unsighted, and for those of you who are sighted, I will try my best to show you guys a screen. So, remember to move down a line, or to move down, or to move to the next part of the reading, you press the right thumb key. To move back, you press the left. If I press the far right thumb key, it will skip a couple of bits of writing and take you straight into the next line. So anyway, let's go from the top. Okay, this is what it is. I have used the Braille. Hang on, guys, bear with me. Okay. Hold on. Braille note. Okay, there we go. So, I have used. Okay, guys, you ready? So I'm gonna go from the top. So press space with L to get to the top of the document. space with G to read it, and then, you know, get to the bottom, space with 4, 5, 6. So, just to prove that the spelling is right, I'll get the speech to read it to you after. So, here we go. I have used the Braille Note Touch Plus for over a year now, and have really enjoyed using it. It has brought a lot of features which have helped to transform the VI world, whether it comes to work or education. Bang on. Now, what we want to do is to make sure that the spelling is correct. Now, if you want to, you can either do this with speech off, but I can't be asked doing that, so I don't tend to do that. I tend to have the speech on, and I prefer to spell check with the voice. I think it's a lot easier as well, just to know how the word sounds, just to know what correct word you're looking for, because I think when you read it, a word could sound the same, but it could be pronounced differently, so I think it's crucial to have the speech on. However, if you are a master speller, or even a blind English teacher or whatever, even a teacher, I think you might be alright, but I don't know. So to turn the speech on, press space and the far left thumb key. But before I turn the volume up, guys, I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to lift up the keyboard. I'm going to collaborate my fingers. I've done that. So it's just me, just to make sure it's working. I don't know if it works, even though you just are looking through it with your eyes, but just to make sure I've collaborated my fingers. So as you guys can see, I'm sure there's a lot of spelling mistakes there. Scroll down. Okay, there. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. I do apologise. I'll try my best. Okay, there we go. Just a quick skim through of what we need to do now. So now, obviously, let's press enter with dot 4. That's enough.
Accessibility volume set to 50%.
Now, because we've got the speech back on now, I don't want to have the clicks on, so just press the volume button.
Ringer silent.
There you go, so that means the ring is silent, so all your notifications and all your tones have been silented with that volume down button, which is also the music volume button. So, let's go back to the top. Okay, and to get into the spell checker menu, I like the checker. I think I know where human word I've got it from, the word check. CH fits a space with CH. A bit clever. So let's hold down the space bar and press the letter CH for 1, which is 1 and 6. Well, it's not a letter, but it's just a sound, but the letter sign or the indicator for CH. Space with CH.
T. Spell checker. Spell checker. Phrase context. Have used the Braille Note Touch Plus. Braille. Edit box.
Okay.
Misspelled word.
It's gone from the top and read me a tiny bit of a summary of what I have written. Just to give you that reminder, of what you are going to expect. Now you've heard it, Braille edit box. Hang on, let me just see if I can prove that right. So let's come out of this picture. Exit. So we'll do that again.
Edit box 2. Spell checker. Spell checker. Phrase context.
Phrase context.
Have used the Braille Note Touch Plus. Braille. Edit box. Misspelled word.
Braille edit box, misspelled word. Okay. If we press enter, okay, we can then, if I show you,
Misspelled word edit box. Braille.
misspelled word edit box, it's brought the word Braille the way I've spelt it. All I need to do,
L delete B deleted.
delete it too fast, just put B
B
R L.
Braille.
That's it, Braille. Okay, that's one way of doing it. So that's one word I've just corrected. That's one way of correcting, so we'll use this word and we'll just press enter.
Alert. Apply changes. Do you want to correct only this occurrence curses of this word. Correct once. Apply to all.
So, what that means is, do you only want to correct part of the word or all of the word? Obviously, guys, logics, come on. We want to correct all. So for that, we're just going to press the letter A. Apply to all button. You heard it? Enter. So what that's going to do, it'll change the whole word and put the correct spelling in. Enter.
Misspelled word, spell checker. Spelled misspelled phrase context. The Braille Note Touch Plus 4. Misspelled word edit box. Touch.
Now, what it thinks now basically is, because I want to use that same method of correction, I want to correct it myself. So automatically, it's brought me back to the edit box and put the box there for me, enabling me to correct it for myself. And it's the word touch. But now, what we're going to do, we're going to come out of that edit box, press space with E, because I'm going to show you another way of correcting it. Okay? You just heard, now it's out of the edit box, okay, and it's going to let me now press the letter S, for when it says suggestions. This will then bring up the words that are similar for you, and it will allow you to pick the correct word. So in this case, we're looking for TOUCH. So I'm going to press the letter S.
Suggestions. Button.
Enter.
Suggestions. Touch.
Okay. So say I'm just going to scroll down, guys.
Rich. Such. Much. Rich. Tech. Tuck. Tuck. Touchdown. 2 chance. Body.
So just to give you an idea, just scroll down with your right thumb key that you might use to read.
Touchdown. 2 chance. Touchdown.
Okay. In this case, you can scroll with either your far left thumb key, your far right thumb key, or your left thumb key to go back. The left thumb key that you might use for reading, or the right thumb key that you might use to read the next part of it, or the left long thumb key actually, or the right long thumb key. Okay, doesn't really matter. So what that's just done is it's brought me up with a list of the words that it thinks are related to my request. Okay, so I'm just going to press T.
2 chance. Touch.
Okay, and it's only going to give me the word starting with the letter T that it brought up for me in the suggestions.
Tech. Tuck. Tuck. Touchdown. 2 chance. Touch.
Okay, we want the word touch. TOUCH. There's the Braille. And for those of you, I'll see if I can show you the screen. Okay, you can see the word there. Probably. And yeah, let's get the keyboard down, because I'm not wasting my time using the screen now, because it can be a faff. Okay, or you can just simply scroll with your thumb keys. Okay, that's something clever. I've just learnt that today actually. I didn't know that you could have first letter navigation in the spell check menu. So because of that, we've got the right word. Press enter.
Alert. Apply changes.
See?
Do you want to correct only this occurrence or all occurrences of this word? Correct once. Apply to all.
So no matter how many times you're going to get that correct, you're going to make corrections, or whatever way you do it, it is always going to bring you up with this prompt, whether you want to correct half the word or all. In this case, we press A.
Apply to all.
Enter.
Spell checker. Spell checker. Fit suggestions. Fit edit box. Misspelled word.
Okay, I don't know what I've put there. I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't know where that's come up from. So if you guys think, hang on, this doesn't make sense, all you can just do is just press the cursor repeatedly. So press this cursor control key here.
Misspelled word edit box.
And the cursor is ready to get rid of that mishap that I've just done there. So to do that, we need to guide the cursor into the space bar. Sorry, next to this, we need to bring it onto the space. You need to replace the space with the cursor.
I deleted.
Okay. After that,
.6 deleted.
Oh, hang on. VI. I was just wondering. I was just now I realised. So just in case if that does come up, after that you can press enter. It'll take you back to the usual edit box because it thinks you're going to either make a correction, but just press whatever method you want to use. If you just want to use the suggestions method, if you press exit and it takes you back to the edit box, press exit again, and you should be okay with the suggestions. So in this case, it doesn't recognise it, so I put VI.
.6 VI.
Okay.
Ignore button.
Press exit, ignore. But when it brings you to the next suggestion, it might take you into the edit box. Let's see.
Spelled word.
Okay.
Okay. Edit box. Touch plus.
But because that was the only last word, it just said alert spell check complete. Press O for OK. Okay. Just to confirm it, and it'll bring you straight back to the bottom of the document to the last word, or whatever you are. I don't know whether at the bottom, but it'll just bring you straight back to your Word document, and you'll be put in a certain place where you'll be presented with all of your work. From then you can go to the top or the bottom and read from wherever you want. Okay, so if you guys remember, like I said before, space with CH. Phrase context. So if you want to make a correction, you can just press the cursor key, either one of these cursor keys here. Automatically it'll take you into the edit box and it will allow you to do your thing, delete and retype it. If you want to go for suggestions for the next word, and it brings you straight back to the edit box when it's taking you onto your next word, because remember it thinks that you want to do what you just did just then. Just press exit and just press S for suggestions. However, if you know that the word is right, it doesn't recognise it, just press I for ignore. But whenever you do these selections, guys, for most of them, make sure to press enter. So before I go, let's just go from the top, and you guys can naturally hear it from yourself, how nice it sounds.
Top. I have used the Braille Note Touch Plus for over a year now, and have really enjoyed using it. It has brought a lot of features, which have helped to transform the real world, whether it comes to work or education.
You know that click? That's just to say, finished reading.
Bye.
So it says V world. That's V, but for us it's VI. I don't know if I spelled it properly, but you guys can get where I'm coming from. Okay, I suppose if I did two capitals. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. So, guys, if you did enjoy it, please don't hesitate to drop a like. And it will be also, for you guys, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could please comment to me what other things you would like me to look at when it comes to the tech side on the touch, the Amazon Echo. Or yeah, just any other general reviews that you guys want me to do, or any just other things, or any other tutorials. You know, even if you guys like, again, if you guys do like my Alexa tutorials, whatever tutorials you like, if you guys want me to do any other parts to it, you know, we'll review some more things. No problem. Just drop me a comment and I will get to you ASAP. But apart from that, guys, keep right on. See you on the next one.